Listen to this podcast now
on the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Leadership Thread with Dr. Peggy Polonis.
I'm Dr. Peggy Polonis. Join me on each episode where I unravel the story that shaped leaders, tracing the thread that led them where they are today. Because leadership isn't born in adulthood. And thank you once again for joining us on the Leadership Thread, education, ethics, and sustainability.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.
Excuse me! Taxi!
What are you doing? This is the 77 WABC minicast.
The war on Iran was never a choice. President Trump left with no option but to defend America. What am I trying to say? Dominic Carter here with you. 800-848-9222. All of the presidents in recent memory, Trump is left to be the one to clean up the mess. And that is exactly what he is doing, what a leader does, and that's why he stands a great chance of going down in history as the greatest president ever. 800-848-9222. It's really sad when you think about this. The dignified transfer of the remains are underway. The solemn, respectful movement of U.S. military personnel remains from an aircraft at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. This from Fox News.
The Pentagon releasing the names of 4 of the 6 killed, which include 35-year-old Captain Cody Cork of Florida, Sergeants First Class Nicole Moore of Minnesota, she was 39, 42-year-old Noah T. Jins of Nebraska, and 20-year-old Declan Cody of Iowa. Nicole's husband, speaking with the Associated Press, quoted, "She was almost home. You don't go to Kuwait thinking something's going to happen, and for her to be one of the first, it hurts." We're also hearing from Declan Cody's sister, who spoke with the media about this loss.
I still don't fully think it's real. I didn't think it was real when they told us. Because I just remember all of our conversations about what he was going to do when he came back. I just really wish I got to tell him I love him one more time.
And so let's look at what happened. A number of presidents punted on Iran. Obama, what did he do? Right? The MTV generation president, the president that always smiled, that was such a nice guy. Well, he returned billions of frozen Iranian money, literally giving this regime a brand new lifeline. The tag team of Biden and Kamala, what did they do? What was their strategy against Iran? They literally told them, don't. That was their strategy. What are we, in the 3rd grade? Don't. Trump is left holding the bag to clean up the mess. We'll start with your calls momentarily. Speaker Mike Johnson
has attacked 3 of our U.S. embassies in the last couple of days. Okay, those are sovereign territories of the U.S. They have declared war on us. I don't believe in the semantics. We've talked about the language this morning. We're not at war right now. We're 4 days in to a very specific, clear mission, an Operation Epic Fury, which has 2 components, as you know, that we have articulated over and over. The president has, the Commander of Joint Chiefs, everybody has explained. 2 points. We had to take care of these ballistic missiles that they were producing at such a rapid pace that our regional allies could not keep up with. We had to ensure that they can't fire all those barrage of missiles at our people, our troops, our assets, our citizens in the region and our installations. We're taking that out. We had to. It's a
And so what does the opposition do? Mostly Democrats, but I don't know which corner we put Marjorie Taylor Greene in these days. But what does the opposition do? Right? Instead of rallying behind a president, or basically a wartime president, what is the opposition doing? Listen to Marjorie Taylor Greene.
A year in, and we're in another war, and we've got American troops being killed. I think it's time for America to rip the Band-Aid off, and we need to have a serious conversation about what the is happening to this country, and who in the hell are these decisions being made for, and who is making these decisions?
800-848-9222. Time to pay the piper in Minnesota. Governor Walz, Governor Dum Dum, and AG Keith Ellison. You can run, but you can't hide. You can't use ICE anymore. It's time to answer the question, the $19 billion question. Poof. Where did the money go? All the money, corruption, poof. It just disappeared. It just so happens that a lot of it centers around the Somali community. Poof. Ilhan Omar worth $60,000, now $30 million. Poof. Houdini. It's remarkable. Listen to this in terms of Governor Dum Dum not being able to answer basic questions.
We are staying on Capitol Hill, folks, and there is Governor Tim Walz facing questions from Representative Nancy Mace. Let's listen in.
Do you know what a woman is?
I'm the governor of Minnesota, Congressman.
You know what a
I'm not
woman
here
is.
to be your prop for your obsession.
So
I
if you
taught middle
can't
school
define
your
what
obsession.
a woman is, you certainly can't define what fraud is. If you can't even define what a woman is, you can't define fraud. How much money was spent on autism in Minnesota in 2017, Governor?
I don't have those numbers in front of me, Congresswoman.
Did you prepare for this hearing today? Did you do any preparation
I take
for this
Congress
hearing today?
seriously.
And you've seen the numbers about autism fraud in Minnesota. So we're going to do some Minnesota math with you today, okay? Are you ready? How much money was spent on 2017 for autism in Minnesota? How much?
I don't know. I wasn't the governor.
Okay. Did you not just say that you prepared for this hearing today? $1 million, okay? A quick Google search or using your AI could tell you $1 million was spent. How much money was spent on autism in Minnesota in 2024?
I don't have the number in front of me. As
Were you governor in 2024?
I was, but I'm not the
Okay,
head
so
of the
your excuse before that you didn't know what 2017 autism numbers were because you were not governor, and today you can't answer the numbers about 2024 as governor, and you still said you prepared for this hearing today. It's unbelievable. $343 million was spent in 2024. What percent increase is that from $1 million to $343 million? What percentage increase is that?
I'm not here to be your prop. Go ahead and tell me.
Are you governor of Minnesota or not?
Yes, I am. I'm not.
Well, when
I'm
I'm
not a
governor of
prop for a
South
member of
Carolina,
Congress.
you can sure as hell bet that I'm going to know the math. The math is 34,200% increase, an increase of 343 times what it was in this time period. Do you know the number of children in Minnesota?
I know that Minnesota ranked as a top 3 state for children
What is the
in the
total
last year.
population in Minnesota?
5.7 million.
Okay. What is the total population of children in Minnesota?
I don't have the number in front of me right
Are you governor of Minnesota?
now. I know 400,000 were cut out of health care last week by the actions you made.
Are you governor of Minnesota?
I am.
And you don't know the number of children
I
residing
don't have
in
the
Minnesota?
specific number. It's 5.7 million.
That's your total
What is your
population.
age? What is the age?
1.2
0 to 5? 0 to 19?
You have approximately 1.2 million children in Minnesota.
What
I'm not
age?
even governor of South Carolina. Our population in South Carolina is 5.5 million. We have approximately 1.1 million children under the age of 18 in my home state of South Carolina, okay? As governor, I expect you to know this information. Thank God you're not vice president of the United States.
And amen, Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Thank God Governor Dum Dum is not the vice president of the United States. That would make Kamala the president. Can you imagine what would be happening in Iran? The Ayatollah would walk all over them. What would happen as it relates to ICE and Minnesota? There would be no ICE. You just do whatever you want. You continue coming over the border. You take all the tax dollars. Free, free, free. Kamala and Tim Walz. I don't think so.
If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy.
Download and subscribe
at BeBullish.com.